I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let you heard, we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Crizzle King, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York. And we are underway in Southern California. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Holding offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more, what you're getting with tight ends are guys with much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Jones. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. The first drive here, and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll kick it away after 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll set up a throw. For Kidder here, it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, he saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Returning here is Wright. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Yeah, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed out behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing Jones. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make...
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And out come the Chiefs now. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
A 1st down carry for Henry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Holding offense.
That's on big Mekhi Becton, 1st-round pick in 2020.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Back to throw. Jones. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's Jones on first down. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Jones to throw on 3rd down. Being chased out left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
On play action, they'll throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
The Chargers coming in looking for win number 10 on the year. They were losers their last time out, trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Henry running right. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 52 yards.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's what you call stringing the play out. I know he was looking for a spot to get upfield, but they gave him nowhere to cut, nowhere to find a place to make it into the secondary, and they forced him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll give Henry another shot. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
York able to send this one through.
And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Aiden Hutchinson forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He'll take it at the 42.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Second and 3. A check down here for Henry. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. York on now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to
only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A handoff, running left, Henry. And some room to work.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. York now for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13.
And they're going to start. good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. He'll get that underneath ETN. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Battled by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes the catch. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones is thrown incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Darrell Taylor in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10 again from the 41. Back to throw. Jones. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season's
back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On second down, here's Henry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Chargers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a pickup of 6.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. After an Chiefs on second down. That'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Carter, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and picked up by the Chargers. And he's got some space here.
On the move past the 40.
And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, and then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. KC's offense ready to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Taking it about the 16. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
L.A. readies for its next possession. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner.
That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
After the sack on 1st down, Jones will go down as a gain of 6. And they're going to be steering at a 3rd and long here. from the gun. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Chargers offense back onto the field.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
Ball start. Offense.
This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They'll try the right side with Henry. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Now, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's got it reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know